Hello everyone, and welcome back to one more chapter on the Cappella Bus build. This episode kicks off a series of 3 or 4 videos detailing our whole plumbing system that will feature a 200-gallon freshwater tank, around 180 gallons of grey water tank, a fully automated recirculating shower, and all necessary plumbing to support the house appliances like a washer and dryer tower, a sink for the kitchen and bathroom, and even a dishwasher. In this episode, we start by building a bunch of support-based pieces to secure all the PEX pipes inside the walls. The supports have these PVC aluminum clamps for 3/4 inch pipes, and will have space to be screwed to the aluminum walls of the bus on top of the sound vibration deadening layer. I decided on this pipe configuration to save space and have less connections throughout the system, minimizing the chances of leaks too. This is an overview of the planned system as we initially envision it. I'm here putting together some of this plumbing situation and want to show you guys. This is a 3-way electric valve. Basically it comes like this. I have 2 different brands that I'm using. One is kind of very famous, it's a blue one, it's like US something, and this one is HSH Flow. They are all made in China, or all the parts come from China and then they are assembled in the US. And then this is basically what it looks like. So you have basically it's like it's always open in one direction. This one, in this case, the main line comes to this pipe here, this connection, and then it always goes this way. But if you energize this, it basically is a ball that has like different holes in a 90-degree kind of direction, and then it changes the direction from this to this, and then it keeps it that way. The good thing about this new models is that they consume very little energy, very little power, and when they are not moving, they only consume the amount of energy that is necessary to keep a signal to one of these wires. So basically you have a positive and a negative here, and there are many ways that you can wire this, but the most complex way is that you can wire this, and then you have 2 different wires that gives you the signal. As soon as one of these ports is fully open, it's going to send a signal, and it's going to sustain that signal, whatever voltage that you're sending in. This particular one can work from 9 volts to 24 volts. And it says here it can be AC or DC. So I didn't try I'm just trying DC, so I'm not gonna even try AC. But it comes with a little signal on the top, and let me see if I'm showing you correctly this. It tells you which port is open. And it also comes with this little manual override that, as I understood, you pull this thing up like this, and then you can rotate this and you will manually open one or the other for you. So this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna use this to route, I think I have 3 of those. They are 3-way, and then I have 2 or 3 that are just like open and close, because there will be some automation in this, especially in this recirculating shower. And I need this to make a recirculating shower that you can also dump the water, and you can automatically fill up again the system to recirculate again. So what I'm attaching here is that expansion packs system. It's a little bit different than the ones that you crimp, and this is the little machine that it uses. As soon as you press this, it extends the little mouth. It is a very good feeling when you press that machine into the PAX tube and it expands. And as soon as you put this into this little fitting, it kind of goes, hugs it. And then he hugs it really, really tight, because after like some 30-40 seconds, you cannot move this. And I did try on a test piece, and it's very tight. Okay, so I have here my electric valve, and then earlier on I showed you guys that I had this setup, and in this setup I had a 90-degree elbow here going, and in this, where this cap is where actually the PAX would come and connect, right? So the middle one, this one is the line in, and then I have 2 different possible outlets, depending on how the valve is opening and closing. And then, as usual, it got me thinking a lot about maintenance. This is going to be under the shower pan, and then I'm thinking that after I have this there, and this valve stops working or leaks or does something, I'm going to be stuck trying to maintain this valve under there in a very awkward position. I got the solution. So instead of doing this, I thought that I would need ideally to detach this whole valve if I need to maintain it. So I will close some other valve in the back of the bus somewhere where the source of this water is coming in or going out, and then I will be able to maintain this as a whole unit. So I will go down there, disconnect this somehow, take this whole thing apart. If I only have to replace the top, I only replace the top. If I have to reseal the threads here and thread it again, I can do that. The main problem is after you put this on, this PEX pipe on, you cannot take this out. You have to cut this and then expand this again and put it back. The problem with the PEX pipe, especially this PEX A, this is an expansion tube, you cannot store a little bit of the pipe under there, make a little coil or a turn, and then it comes here. So in the future, if I had to cut this off, I would cut off and still have a little, kind of when you do, when you're doing wires. So you leave a little wire in there for the future maintenance. This is very rigid, and you can turn this 90-degree with a help with like a little 90-degree band things that they sell. So this will help you not to kink the PEX, but this is not enough for what I needed in the future. And also I would have to go there with a cutter and cut this thing and try to make the cut as flat as possible, and because this cut needs to be really flush, flat, that would be a whole problem. So my solution was I just unmounted this whole valve. My solution was, first of all, the magical thing is a swivel. So the magical thing is this, right? The solution for me. In one end, in my case, I have a 3/4 NPT thread with a gasket in there. And in this other end is the end where I will expand and connect this PEX to. So this PEX is gonna come in and do this. And then I can freely rotate this and attach this and detach this for the future. So after doing that, after finding that this was possible, I didn't know this little thing was possible. And I'm dealing with PEX A, the expansion one. Most of the fittings that I find is for is PEX B, and they are the crimp style, which might work, but I wanted to be 100% sure, and this expansion PEX is the most reliable of them all. So I came up with this solution. So there is a street elbow that's gonna come out of this valve, like this. And then after this, I put one connector here. This connector is this little thing, and I think this is called a hex nipple, I think. And it basically has like a space for you to put your tool and crank this tight as you need. And both sides are male thread, NPT in this case. So I connected this guy to the elbow. The elbow goes into the valve, and now I can for sure get my PEX pipe coming with this little arrangement here, and then I will be able to securely connect this and twist this into until it's really tight. And in the future, when I need to run any maintenance on this, and of course I'm gonna do this for the 3 connections, in the future I can just come here and disconnect all those 3 connectors, leave the PEX pipe in there under the maintenance access, and then remove this whole valve, and now I can maintain this in a proper place, like a desk or workbench. So there you go, showing you guys a little bit of my struggles on these tiny things that sometimes can take you days to figure out if you want to do it like properly, and you want to feel confident about what you're doing. And if you're not as OCD as I am, I think you have an easier time building a bus. But I always think about this thing biting me in the future, and then I'll be there down trying to release this, and the thing is just like I'm sweating and this thing's leaking, and I would not have a good time. I prefer to spend my time right now. So there you go, a little bit of my struggle. I hope you have fun watching our struggles, because we definitely laugh a lot trying to build this tiny house of surprises.